The gilded halls of the Graham Norton Show, usually a haven for light-hearted banter and celebrity camaraderie, became a battleground last night. Chris O'Dowd, with his trademark sardonic wit, didn't just poke fun at Meghan Markle's reported request for a private jet to attend the 2025 Oscars, he roasted it, charred it, and served it up as a stark reminder of the widening chasm between the Sussexes' perceived entitlement and the increasingly weary public perception. Forget the carefully crafted PR statements and the curated Instagram posts. O'Dowd's unfiltered commentary, delivered with a twinkle in his eye and a razor-sharp tongue, cut through the noise, exposing the raw, unvarnished truth about a couple seemingly determined to live a life of extravagant privilege while simultaneously lecturing the world on social responsibility. The initial ripple of laughter that greeted O'Dowd's opening salvo, a seemingly innocuous quip about needing a jumbo jet for a 3-hour flight, quickly escalated into a tidal wave of agreement from the studio audience. It wasn't just the sheer audacity of the request that resonated, it was the timing, the optics, and the inescapable sense of hypocrisy that permeated the entire scenario. Here we have a couple who have built their post-royal brand on championing environmental causes and decrying the evils of excessive consumerism, seemingly demanding a resource-intensive, environmentally damaging mode of transport for a purely celebratory event. The hypocrisy, as O'Dowd subtly pointed out, was not lost on anyone. I mean, really? A private jet? For the Oscars? Couldn't she just, hop on a commercial flight like the rest of us mortals, he quipped, his tone dripping with mock incredulity. The audience erupted in applause, a collective sigh of relief that someone, finally, was calling out the elephant in the room. This wasn't just about a private jet, it was about a fundamental disconnect between the Sussexes' public persona and their private actions, a disconnect that was becoming increasingly difficult to ignore, or indeed, excuse. And let's be blunt, shall we? The demand for a private jet, especially in the current economic climate, smacks of a tone deafness that borders on the grotesque. Millions are struggling to make ends meet, facing rising energy bills and food costs, while the Sussexes, reportedly worth millions, are apparently unable to endure the inconvenience of a commercial flight. It's a stark illustration of the them and us mentality that has plagued the royal family for centuries, a mentality that Meghan and Harry, despite their protestations to the contrary, seem to have fully embraced. It's not just about the cost of the jet, either, it's the symbolism. It's the message it sends to the world that some people are simply too important, too special, to be subject to the same rules and constraints as the rest of us.